Okay, conference call?
Do you want to do that for first? I just
I
put it
don't
up
care.
there. Okay, I told him, I said it may be a few minutes after 10. They may not quite be ready for us. You want to do the minutes?
Yeah.
So I told him it's going to be a few minutes after 10. I'm going to call them. Here's the paperwork that they sent out. What's that? This company is, it is part of that Troy and Banks that we did on the utilities. There's new legislation coming through that is, if we, and they can explain it more, that we can sign up with them, that it sets us in at a rate that they cannot change. If we cannot, it is gonna increase it. When they sent back the email on it, he told us that it would be, he had figured around 7,060 annual savings. So, but I'll let him explain it more to you. But that's kind of what it's still gearing around is that.
Wasn't it if they didn't save us nothing, they didn't charge us nothing?
That's what Troy and Banks were. I don't know on this company. This is, like I said, I would assume that it would be, but the Troy and Banks didn't charge us anything unless they saved us something. We just sent them our ONG, OG&E, and AT&T bills, I think, is what we sent them.
Well, it says $635 monthly. If you add that up to 12 months, that's $7,620. So they're only saving us $3 if they charge us, if that's what they figure.
No, that's the annual savings.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know what, no, I don't know. He just told us.
I
that-
just read
But
it.
Yeah.
you'll be saving $635.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a month. The other one is annual, and then
Okay.
the 630 is monthly. They haven't talked any price to me or anything else on.
Most of them, they don't charge you unless they
Right.
save you. I'll second that. All in favor? Aye. You got that special payroll for the election?
Wanna do that real quick?
Yeah. Give it a few minutes.
Just the normal spot on the right-hand side. These were her board members, and she just, I almost called her, and I didn't. And I should have called her. I don't know why she
Two or
just-
three pages of it. I'll make a motion to approve the special payroll.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Michael, this next page is, if you'll sign there with your left hand is also on the second.
That's it. I think you're right. Anything on the very back?
That was-
Okay.
Give them a call.
Sure.
Just kidding.
Please enter your access code followed by the pound or hash sign.
Good morning.
Good morning, how are, this is Lenita, and you are in our meeting. Is this Robert?
Indeed it is, yep. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday to you.
Happy Monday to you. I have our Commissioners Administrative Assistant here, Nancy Lambert. I have our District 1 Commissioner, Jay Haig, our District 2 Commissioner, Mike Roach, and our District 3 Commissioner, Marvin Woodall.
Very good. Mike, Jay, Marvin, Anita, thank you all for giving us some time this morning. I appreciate that. Do you all have the savings analysis that we presented in front of you by chance?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Well, we have good news. We have significant savings that we can provide to you folks there at the county level. I want to say thanks again, Anita, for sending over the most recent round of AT&T invoices. That's the hardest part of all of this. From those invoices that we received, we were able to identify 13 AT&T phone lines, which we can electronically discount. That takes us about 4 minutes of data entry to save you guys about $7,600 annually. That's making no physical changes. We don't dispatch text. It is all electronic. It is what is known as a billings records change. And to give you a little peace of mind here, in the state of Oklahoma, I have done this for Oklahoma Department of Tourism, Department of Veterans Affairs, Mental Health, Wildlife, Oklahoma Employment Security Commission, and the list kind of goes on and on. I'd like to kind of briefly turn it over to you folks to ask any questions that you may have about this savings analysis, or granted that I could answer for you guys.
What's the yearly cost on this savings for us to use you, participate with you? What's the
That is a great
out-of-pocket
question.
cost?
There is no cost. Our margins are built into the savings analysis. So if you guys want the savings, this goes straight to your bottom line.
Before with Troy and Banks, Robert, we had them, they analyze like ONG and OG&E. Is it just AT&T that you guys will analyze?
Yeah, we only analyze the AT&T phone lines because we have a wholesale agreement with them.
Okay.
We bonded with them, and it's so easy for us to just electronically discount. And AT&T are the ones raising the tariff rate, so this is the biggest need really in Oklahoma to help folks out with these specific lines. I'm not familiar with the other services you meant. There is a lot more that we can do as a long-term partner. It's just easy to start off with this stuff.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Our courthouse is on Dobson for the phone lines. Do you do anything with Dobson?
We don't do anything with Dobson, but we do have our own private network for voice services. So if for any reason you're not happy with them or the contract is ending and you'd like us to submit a competitive proposal, yeah, that is an area we can help you with. We have a Metaswitch in the cloud. Our private network was vetted by the federal government for the GSA EIS contract. That's their $50 billion annual voice and data spend. We've done hosted voice for all 30,000 post offices in the country. I recently partnered with the city of Tulsa. I'm going to be helping them with all of their voice services and data services. So as that contract is ending, be happy to take a look at that and see if we can help you guys out, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I think it's worth a try.
That's kind of what I do too.
I guess you realize the county can only enter agreements 1 year at a time, so we'll have to do this 1 year at a time.
That's wonderful. I have great news. There is no contract. This is month to month with our analog conversion process. If we do a good job, you stay. If we do not, you are free to go back to AT&T direct with no penalty.
You can't beat that deal, no.
Is this switching service?
So are we switching the service and going through you instead of AT&T now?
Yeah, so the way it works, at the bottom of that quote, there's a one-page letter of agency. It's not a contract, it just gives us permission to become your billing agent and single point of contact for moves, adds, changes, or repairs. So if you guys were to authorize that one-page LOA, we schedule a kickoff call, and you folks will meet your single point of contact at Granite. They are stateside college degree, introduce themselves, send out a premier introductory welcome packet. After that kickoff call, they batch in the phone numbers. They key them in through our middleware. It reaches out to AT&T's billing cloud, tells them to stop sending you the retail bill, send us the wholesale file, so we'll become your billing agent and single point of contact for any moves, adds, changes, or repairs.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
So if we have somebody that breaks a phone, they drop it down the stairs and bust the phone, what do we do to get it repaired? We gotta go through you?
So so for hardware, you would just get a new phone. We'll have nothing to do with the hardware. We will only be wholesaling the actual phone lines and the service to call out to the PSTN, the Public Switch Telephone Network.
So we'll have to go to
Just the billing
AT&T.
and the service of the phone lines.
So we'll still have to go to AT&T for phone repairs.
I guess if you have a contract or if you're buying hardware from AT&T, but these are analog lines, it's not VoIP. So I mean, you can buy any phones you want that'll work with analog services. I don't believe any of these are related to voice over internet, correct? I think that's all Dobson.
Yeah, Dobson is our voice over internet, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the answer would be, yeah, you would be responsible for hardware, but forward thinking, if we do partner with you guys for a cloud-based phone system, as an example, we have Polycoms, and they're completely protected forever. We'll ship them and replace them, things of that nature. That would be, down the road if we take a look at your actual voice services that you currently have with Dobson.
Okay. We have, one of those lines that we would have sent you is a security line at the fairgrounds. Is that something that you guys can still all do also? I mean, that's why we didn't switch the fairgrounds to Dobson, is because they could not do that security line.
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that question. So we have a solution called, if that security line is not for voice, right? It's for life safety, like alarms or
Yes.
something along those lines?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so we have Epic, spelled EPIK. We bought that company. We own the patent. Verizon put out a press release endorsing that. I'm rolling Epic out for the entire state of Oklahoma right now for all state agencies to replace their life safety phone lines. It'll get you off that network permanently. So we absolutely can help you with that phone line.
I'm sorry, I cannot remember the young man's name with Troy and Banks that gave me your information. He was stating that there's something coming in legislature that is going to increase all of these lines. Can you kind of touch on that for the commissioners?
Yeah, so, 100%. So AT&T, all of the major phone companies, they want to shut down their legacy infrastructure, the copper infrastructure. FCC won't let them turn it off, but they allow them to increase tariff rates, another word for retail rates. The current retail rates for legacy phone lines with AT&T in Oklahoma is $755 per phone line. So when contracts end, it automatically flips to that. You can go back to them and fight with them and get it re-rated and locked in another contract, but inevitably the time is coming when you have to get off that network permanently because they want to shut it off and eventually they will. And that's what we're good at helping you with. We can discount these 13 phone lines, save you money with a wholesale agreement. And then any life safety phone lines that you have, we can replace those with Epic and get you off that network permanently, future-proofing that solution so you'll never have to worry about tariff rate hikes again.
guys wanna think
I don't
about it
see
for a
no
while?
problems with it, really. We're a month-to-month basis. I don't see no problem with it.
Yeah, if we have any trouble, we'll just do
Okay, so all the guys will need to do is just sign this letter of agency, and I just email that back to you.
it. Anybody else on this, any other county?
Yes, please. And then, once I get that, Lenita, I'll reach out to schedule a kickoff call so
Okay.
that I can, introduce you to your premier rep and single point of contact.
Marvin just asked, are there any other counties that have switched over to you?
So right now with Choctaw County, I'm working on a beta test for our actual phone system at the Commissioner Barnes. Canadian County, the Children's Justice System, they have our cloud-based phone system. It's over 120 phones. County, I'm not showing that up. I've got any other ones. But it's mostly because I started getting so much traction with state agencies. About 6 state agencies now, they've all moved forward with us for exactly what I'm showing you. Does that answer your question?
Yep.
Is there gonna be a downtime from when we switch, if we switched from AT&T to you, is there gonna be a lapse or a downtime that these phones won't work?
No, sir.
Okay.
Zero downtime.
Okay. I pretty well think we got what we need, don't we?
Yeah, I think we'll just wait till
Yep,
next
we
week.
can put it back on there. All right, Robert, I think they're going to, they're gonna do some research and stuff, and then we'll put it back on our agenda for them to actually sign the letter of agency next week. And then I will send that to you. Thank you so much.
That sounds great. Yeah. Thank you for your time, everyone. Appreciate it. Feel free to reach out to me with any additional questions.
Okay.
All right, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yep.
I can call some of those, I
Okay.
don't know whether, trying to find a person. Choctaw's not very big.
Yeah, because he said that was the
That
phone,
didn't,
so.
they didn't say which one, so. But there's only 3 of them, so I can try
Yeah.
calling them and see them, and then let you guys know. And then I'll just put this,
Sounded like they were just in the process of doing it.
yeah. And that's what, I don't remember his name, I'm sorry, and I didn't bring that email with me. The young man with Troy and Banks said, he said this stuff is just coming down.
It's a starter.
Yeah, and they're contacting all of their, and I can call Woods County, because Woodward County went with Troy and Banks before we did. And they sent over the savings that they had found in their
Oh,
things.
yeah.
So I'll call Wendy out there at Woods County also, and see if they have went with this or not.
You take no action at this time?
Yeah, we don't have to do any no action. So.
Okay.
And I'll put that
Warrants
back
for
on.
payment. Need a wheelbarrow to haul it.
Yep. There can be a weight out there, paper weight out there for that winter. I would let go of it.
Yeah, I was fixing to say, let's throw them off the roof of the building.
And funniest home videos last night when I was watching it, and this little boy, his backpack when he got off the bus was open, and he fell, and his papers went everywhere. And of course, as soon as the bus took off driving, his papers just went like, the bus driver stopped. So maybe, of course, may have been too late by that time. I know how hard it is to get out of things with AT&T. I mean, I guess that was one thing, but he said that they would do all the switching.
You're the ambulance, right?
I know when we,
Only thing worries me is them, deals are so good to be true.
I know, that's like, yeah, is it too good to be true?
Yeah, that scares me to death.
Yeah. You know, and you know how fast legislation goes through here. Is there another bill already in place to shut all that down already anyway, so we're
Well,
just,
so, what he's saying, eventually AT&T phone bills are gonna be $700
yeah, they're
a
gonna
month.
increase. And that's what, like I said, that young man that, at Troy and Banks, when he called first, he said that there's legislature that's going to increase, and I forgot it was just AT&T bills that we sent them.
I'm gonna have to put his little teepee up and start making smoke signals again.
But in our 13 lines are you guys, and then those few, I think there's 2 still at the fairgrounds.
We got a
And
group that's making a movie, and they're out here on one of our farms. It's an Indian-related movie. They built a teepee, and they built it all out of sticks, and they're gonna heat it up, make a sweat deal in there, and they're out there videoing and everything.
really,
Yes.
where at?
Out here at Roscoe's where the old barn burnt down. Yeah, you're gonna see a real authentic
I wanna
Indian
see a
teepee
real
drop.
authentic teepee.
2
Take it.
miles east of the Sonic on the north side of the road.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, you don't wanna go in it. We see it, we see it.
Yeah, it was. Maybe having them a brawl down there.
Oh, supposed to have 6 women
Really?
going up here for jail.
Were they gonna
They
stick
were
'em in
throwing
2
contraband over the fence.
How many?
6.
'Cause there's only 2 beds in there in the women's part, isn't there?
That's what I told this morning, there's supposed to be 6 of them.
I've had more than 2.
Yeah. There's two rooms in there, so I don't know if they got bunk beds in there like the men's do, or if they're singles.
Maybe.
I really thought Les did those out there. We should just be consistent.
He's only got X amount
I
of time
know.
left, so
He was
we'll
bragging
just-
about that.
We'll
about
just,
putting
well,
separate.
we'll just leave him there then.
Goodness. We got it. We were 129 there. They're 27. Oh, that's not all of them. They're still coming. Poor guy, he missed out on the food last week, he had to start mowing.
Who's that?
You.
Oh, yeah. Didn't tell me that.
Keep getting on Latoya's bad side, we did that for her birthday. Then I didn't realize it was Corey's birthday and this and again. Oh, great.
Well, it went pretty fast. They wiped you out, because before I left, you was plumb out of chip dip.
Yeah, I said the same thing down to Marvin District, and yeah, all those guys went through that line, and there was food left over there, that tells you about our hungry courthouse. But I don't think there's about the same number of people on both of them, so I just duplicated it. We ran out early here.
Getting close.
Make big old difference in this one, so. We'll send them back to the ones.
move to accept M&O.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Blanket purchase orders?
We have blankets from District 2, District 3, Sheriff, and the ambulance. One that needs to be signed is the ambulance.
Didn't you sign, you say?
No, just gotta run through them again.
Thank you.
Make a motion to approve the blanket purchase orders. All in favor?
Aye.
Road crossing permits? Monthly officers report?
We have the court clerk records management, sheriff, and the election board. That one, from the court clerk, there's 2 copies, if you'll sign one for her also, I'll just give her the original back. There's one that has a sticky note on it.
I move to accept the officers report.
Second.
All in favor?
Just look at those. There's one more. That's the one that you need to sign twice. It's just Mike on that.
Sure.
Request new account number.
This is the one that we had talked about earlier in the officer meeting. I had emailed Jesse and I emailed several other county clerks. Jesse said if those numbers are out there, then they're out there for a reason. He says, I would recommend that the county follow the chart of accounts. The purpose of the chart of accounts is to get all of our counties on the same page with the account names and the account numbers to use them properly. So if we're gonna do that, we already have some of these numbers out there, but it has health and work comp, or it has unemployment and FICA. So some of these just say name change, and then I added the FICA and the work comp ones, their own individual numbers, but that means county general, then the 4 districts. So that's gonna be quite a few name changes and number changes, and I've changed those on the estimate of needs. I did not increase the dollar amount on any of them. I just split it accordingly to,
It's only on the health and unemployment work comp though.
yeah.
Not the like the bridge account or nothing like that.
No, this is just where on payroll, they're wanting to single out the health choice from the work comp, and then the FICA away from the unemployment. I did not ask them on those cash accounts, because right now we just pay everything out of those. We don't have individual, like insurance and all of that coming out of those cash accounts, so We may still get something on there stating that we need to do that, but right now, we just pay everything out of that cash account. We don't have separate accounts under those cash accounts.
Second.
Jay, you got it. All in favor?
Aye.
Request to change Laura Haig as receiving officer District 2 to Laura Duggar.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. 5-year bridge plans for District 1, 2, and 3. We have 1 and 2 here. We're gonna do 3 next week, so put it back on the agenda, please. And,
I'll make a motion.
okay.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And will you, if you're gonna keep a copy of this, right, will you send one back to us, probably Jay?
Yeah.
That way we'll have one on file too.
You want both of them, mine?
I just really want mine. and
That's all I need.
You can send Jay his, so
Okay. I'll send a copy to the
Laura and
district.
Ashley, I guess, is what,
Yep.
okay. Very good. Written quotes for a end-up trailer for District 2. I'd been to the city and got some quotes. I really don't think we need a motion on this. Let's just do all approve and a yay, or we need anything?
I would make the motion just because you've done the work and it's on the agenda and
Okay. that's
I'm just
fine.
showing your quotes and, I mean, it's well under the 25,000.
Yes,
He didn't
it's
have to
well-
do this, but he's just trying to be transparent. He already did the work, so I told him, you might as well put it on the agenda and show that you,
I'm gonna accept a 14-foot stagecoach bumper pull, $11,300 from Phil Cycle.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And, here, if you want a copy of the
I got it.
quotes.
Oh, we need to sign the quotes?
let's do that. Everyone, you sign mine or have them sign yours, the Phil's is on top of it, just sign
Okay.
it at the bottom there.
You just need all 3 of them signed, or just the
Yep.
Phil's?
I just signed the Phil's because I'll staple them all together.
Okay. I'll put an X by the one we accepted.
And I got them set up, so.
Okay, you
maybe
got
put
it,
them
dig
on.
them, so, okay. I'll get PO put on, we'll go get it. Any unforeseen business?
Move adjourned.
Second.
All in favor?